Episode 25, hitting the quarter century mark. Only another...
3 to go?
3 to go. Only 3 quarter centuries to go. How long is it taking us to do this quarter century?
30 years.
4 years? 4.5 years.
4.5.
All right. Okay, we're good. We're right on schedule. Hey,
Are we? It's not August.
Yeah, actually, we are months ahead of schedule because it's still April.
It's still the month it happened.
It is the month WrestleMania happened, and we're going to talk about WrestleMania. We already talked about WrestleMania, but that was before it happened. So now I have new and interesting opinions.
I've got a lot of opinions.
Well, opinions are like assholes. They're great to fuck. So, should we get... Oh, I guess we should say who's here. I'm here.
I'm here.
He's here.
It's okay, Dan's not here. You can do a voice.
I'm here. It's me, your pal Kelly. Oh, it's so nice to be here. That's all I got.
That was good. But you kept that up longer than I expected.
No, never lower your expectations for Kelly doing something silly. He can maintain that for years.
Yeah.
Probably.
Go.
We're not going to do this right now.
Perform!
What? When we're off air, I have to ask you about something that Dan told me you did on a Friday at the show involving Irish girls.
Yeah, I did do that.
Your impersonation. I was like, is that what Kelly thinks Irish girls are?
Why don't you just tell everyone now?
Well, you do it. You're here.
Well, tell them the story.
We were at 321 Battle, the company that we frequent.
Company sounds 100 times more professional than what it is, but that's fine.
The semi-pro, semi-drunk bunch of fatties wrestling in the ring.
That's better.
And after the show, after Dan's match, a group of...
He was wearing it. You know, he came out to a certain song.
He came out to his song, which is a song by a band from Northern Ireland. And
Their replacements.
And after his match, and he's out selling merch, some dude comes out to him, says he's like his favorite wrestler, and that there is a group of girls that he's friends with that are here from Ireland. It was the first time they've ever been to wrestling, and they want a picture with him. So he goes over and talks to them, and they're like, "Oh, like you're like our
Was
favorite."
Dan wearing his vest?
Yes.
No, he wasn't.
No?
No, he's wearing his jersey.
You jerk. Oh yeah, I was wearing his jersey. Which is another story that we'll get to off camera.
Off camera, yes.
So he goes over to them and they're like, oh, like that was really great, like that was our first thing, like you're such a good wrestler. And then he's like, oh, we really love your theme song. And then of course Dan, being a music nerd, was like, oh, well, they're actually from Northern Ireland. I know it's not the same Ireland, but it's kind of close. And they were just like, can we just take that picture now, or can you just like stop talking, please? So then I guess Dan went over to you.
No, Madison. He was talking to me. And he told me what had happened, and then his girlfriend came over, and he then relayed the story to her, and I believe she's like, oh, like they want to like kiss you, and like, go ahead, dance, like they want to suck your dick, and he's like, no. I'm like, and then I pitched it with like, oh, Dan, why don't you put it down there in my mouth?
Down there in my mouth.
Although to be honest, I think that's what I said. I don't remember.
Ridiculous.
I'll have to ask Dan.
I like that that's what Kelly thinks Irish girls say.
That's about right.
Don't they?
I don't know.
I've never met a girl.
I don't think I've ever met one either. Anywho.
I'm sure they're lovely, though.
I'm sure they're fine. The last kicker, the Sheamus.
Irish girls.
Only 2 Irish people I could think of.
Both of whom have
Holly McNarlin.
cartoonish accents.
Yes.
Fucking Sheamus is a fucking douche, and fucking Devitt's turning into a pudding head, I think, pretty soon. So I'm never going to get my Shamey and the Ferg bad Irish cop tag team.
Unless they turn Balor into Festus. With his pudding brain.
Hey, let's have one of our worst and biggest jobbers.
Yep. Clearly on steroids.
Who is somehow avoiding testing.
But now we know why.
Well, we know why. We don't know how he's avoiding testing.
No, we know why they're not testing him is because they're trying to get into the India market.
Yeah.
And if they test him and suspend him or fire him, then they're fucked.
Then no good. Yeah, so let's have him wrestle a guy we were planning on making world champion for months.
Yep.
Clock him in the back of the skull.
Pretty intentionally.
Pretty intentionally. Like, more than once.
Yeah.
Paralyze him and give him pudding head.
You gotta make him look good. You gotta make him look tough.
And then leave town right after, go to the other brand, and win his first match since last May.
Was it last May or the May before?
It might be the May.
I think it was the May before because last year was the.
No, it wasn't even. He wasn't employed the May before though.
So that was 2 Mays ago, 3 Mays ago.
Maybe.
I remember they said it on something that I was. Remember 2013.
Oh, so he hasn't won since he got rehired.
No.
Wow.
He's a jobber, man.
I know he's a jobber, but
then sometimes jobbers gotta win.
I guess so. And sometimes their first one has to make them number one contender. And
a potential champion.
And main eventing the next pay-per-view. Man, here's why the network's bad. Because having the network means you don't have to sell pay-per-views, which means you can do Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal as the main event of a pay-per-view. And I am against that.
As you should be.
I will be flying to whatever arena it is taking place in and protesting. Are you looking up Jinder's win-loss record?
June 2014.
Wow. 3 years.
Number one contender.
Number one contender. Well, he earned it by doing 100 steroids.
He earned it by being the only non-garbage Indian worker, I guess.
I mean,
default?
By default, because, Kali's long past his prime, and, there's the Bollywood Boys' combined weight is, 190 pounds.
They're small boys.
Sanjay Dutt's nowhere.
Sanjay Dutt's in TNA, and he's tiny, and...
He's still in TNA.
He went back to TNA.
He just went back. He's been gone for years.
He got offered
years.
a contract to be working developmental, and I guess he would rather wrestle than be in developmental, and train, than be a coach.
Yeah.
So he went back to TNA and wrestled. Kelly, if I told you that it was 2017, and Low-Key was the X Division champion.
Oh God, I remember hearing that, yeah.
And he wrestles in his full Hitman gear, even though he fucking hated it.
He did.
But it stuck. So he's been doing it.
Oh, Brandon.
Lil Brandon Loki Silvestri.
But yeah, by default, Jinder Mahal has to be the guy, because the Indian market is the third biggest market, and it's the only untapped market.
Yeah.
So they're like, we need to get in there now, and so they form this faction. I guess there's 2 dudes in NXT that are also Indian that they're, I guess the Bollywood Boys have been managing or escorting to the ring on house shows and dark matches and stuff.
Okay.
So they're talking about forming a 5-man Indian faction.
Jesus.
You think
that no one will care about besides.
All right, not to get off track. We only got an hour.
Yeah, sorry.
So
we have a hard out in 51 minutes from now.
All right.
But you can finish your thought.
I
guess that was most of it.
Well,
they're gonna have a goddamn Indian faction.
Yeah, no. I mean, my thought is, how weird is it that we've come full circle from the 60s and 70s all the way to India. Now India's the bad guys.
Yeah.
Russia and Iran and French Canada. And then it's who's left? I don't know. India? Sure, India. Why not?
Why not? They're not white. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we even in French Canada, we even got so bored we had to make white people bad guys. That's ridiculous.
I know. Goddamn frogs.
I'm glad we've gone back to dirty browns.
Fifi.
WrestleMania happened. It was because they don't tell me that. Was it WrestleMania 33?
It's WrestleMania roller coaster.
It was WrestleMania roller coaster, yes, as evidenced by the.
But they don't do numbers anymore.
That's right.
Yeah. You know why they don't do numbers anymore?
Don't want to see mold.
Makes it old.
Yeah. I was just going to say, as evidenced by our thumbnail of the last podcast, which was a big old roller coaster. Overall, I have confusing feelings about WrestleMania. I might be bi-curious about WrestleMania. I have these new feelings inside me that I don't know what to do with.
You don't know how to...
And it makes me want to kill a small animal.
You don't know how to project them.
Because, it was a little better than I expected it to be. Yeah. But then when I did my star ratings were lower than I predicted. I think that's because a couple matches were way worse than I expected, and then most of the rest were what I expected or a little better.
Or a little bit better.
Yeah. So I think, like, more matches were the same or better, but a couple matches.
I think I can think of one specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can start with the pre-show.
Yeah, given time constraints we do, I unfortunately have to fuck around slightly less than usual, but I'm sure as things proceed, there will still be fuck around time.
Tomfuckery.
Fucktomery. First match on the show was Neville defending the Cruiserweight title against Austin Aries. And it was good.
It was good.
Star.
Yeah. What did you say, 1 star?
I said Austin Star.
Oh, yeah. In, what was his fucking nickname? Outrageous Austin?
Sure, whatever. Who cares?
Who cares?
How is that thing still alive? Anyways,
Don't know.
how can you kill that which cannot die? Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
It had
Two good workers.
like surprisingly decent heat for the first pre-show match, because we were all like, "Oh, there's some people actually cheering for this," because we thought it would just be like people like entering or not there yet.
Yeah. But everyone was there
sitting,
for all 9 hours.
sitting down with their chili cheese dogs and stuff on their faces and not clapping for the small guys. But some people actually clap for the small guys. So
Do you want to rematch this pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Oh, are
Do you
they?
want to rematch this pay-per-view yet?
I thought, weren't they building something else?
Yeah, but who cares? You think Vince cares about the cruiserweights?
No, Vince doesn't
Do
know.
you think Vince knows there's
I
cruiserweights?
was going to say, Vince doesn't know he employs
Do you think
cruiserweights.
that he knows there's a show on the network for cruiserweights?
100% no. I think he just learned about NXT.
Is that why it's so bad now?
That's why it's not as good now. God damn, we gotta get some big guys on the show.
Guys.
Who are those fat ones? Give them the tag titles.
Yeah, give us that one's tag titles.
Man, the Authors of Pain have now been in a 4.5 star match.
I honestly don't even remember what I think I gave it a high because I expected high.
For Neville Aries?
Yeah.
We all predicted 3.5.
I say that's about right.
I say that's exactly right.
Yeah,
That
I think so.
I've written all mine to keep myself somewhat accountable.
Gotcha.
I don't have your guys yet, obviously.
I have mine.
Oh, Kelly's got his. Aren't we all on top of our games? David Q. Meltzer, who I'll be giving his ratings for as well, gave it 3.75 stars.
Yeah, good for him. He's a cute guy.
He's a cute guy. By Dave's count, tied for second best match on the show.
I was gonna say it was probably up there for like at least second best match.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Did you both also say 3.5? Or
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
3.5.
same deal. Cool. Next up, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I have 3 words to say about this Battle Royal. Drew, I hope you know what they are. You stupid bitch. There was one story in this Battle Royal that made up for the complete worthlessness that was the rest of the Battle Royal.
Here's the problem that I had ranking this is I gave it 2 ratings. I gave it a 1.5 and a 5.5.
Both completely reasonable ratings.
1.5 because the match itself
for
was
the
a
match
throwaway.
quality. The match was nothing.
5.5 because
For
of
that
that
stupid
goddamn bitch, the stupid security lady, and we all of us lost our minds. All of us.
For anyone who is listening to this and didn't see Mania, they did the Battle Royal. Jinder got in.
That was the start of the push, man.
Got in NFL superstar Rob Gronkowski's face. The Gronk, whose Monster Energy drink I tried the other day and just tastes like regular Monster and sucks. Got in his face, threw a drink, what was supposed to be Adam, instead threw it right past him into the person behind him.
Maybe the steroids mean you can't throw straight.
It's possible.
He has no depth perception.
or like the steroids are affecting
There's
his
too much
vision,
muscles in his eyes.
Or like his arm is like Scott Steiner where it doesn't turn over all the way,
True.
so he can only
Yeah.
throw this way.
I like the idea that his eyes might be too jacked. So obviously then Gronk comes out to insert himself as part of the show, and everyone's cool with it except one female security guard who ain't having that shit in her house.
Nope.
Fucking tries to assassinate him. And then all these other refs and security have to come out and explain to Little Miss that, hey, retard,
Hey, retard.
he's one of the most
probably
famous people in
Probably
sports.
the most recognizable face in this building.
Maybe he's supposed to be doing
Oh, you
something.
goddamn bitch.
You goddamn bitch.
You goddamn bitch.
Oh, we had so much fun.
I'd say it was the equivalent to the Oscar disaster.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It
Like,
was,
everybody's running around like this isn't right.
everyone's panicking.
Faye Dunaway's running away again.
Warren Beatty's looking confused.
Oh, yeah, poor Faye. Warren really threw her under the fucking bus.
He did. You know what? I would have too.
Yeah, I would.
Here you go, you read it.
I would have seen the card for Best Picture that said Emma Stone La La Land and just thrown my hands up and gone, well, Faye, you deal with this.
So I think. Why? We got your rating.
Legit, yeah, it's a 1.25, I guess, because the match was. I think the thing, just real quick, the thing that was probably the most ridiculous about it was how blatantly obvious they were about like, everyone thinks Big Show and Strowman's winning. Let's just get them out real fast.
Eliminate them immediately.
Oh, and infuriate the Big Show.
Big Show mad.
Like, made him furious.
Big Show
because he's supposed to go from having this big high-profile match to then getting stuck in the battle royal to getting thrown out like it's nothing.
Nothing.
Like literally just like, you're gone. Fuck you, old man, who's in the best shape of his life.
Just because I'm a hateful man who hopes there's no joy in the world, I hope it's his last WrestleMania.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
It really, really, really could be.
I hope he goes out on that fucking nothing note.
Yeah. I honestly am kind of surprised that he didn't just say like, fuck it, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
you guys kind of fucked me, Shaq fucked me, and the company's treating me. And he's been there for, like, he's probably, what,
99.
other
100 years.
than Taker, he's probably the longest tenured.
For active wrestlers, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you count Triple H. It's the only other one.
Yeah, I don't count Trips as active.
No.
I guess Jericho.
Mark Henry, actually.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fucking
After
neat.
he
Big ol'
signed a 20-year contract
Big ol'
and
hoss.
then renewed
And then renewed it.
Not for another 20 years, but...
Aw.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Yep, we got Mark Henry until 2036.
Oh, my God. But yeah, so it's a 1.5. It was a piece, or 1.25. It was a piece of shit.
Yeah,
completely pointless. Nothing in it was even really entertaining.
No, it was
other
nothing.
than Braun just like throwing like
Braun did
a bunch
some
of dudes out
big
for
stuff
like, just real
and then
quick.
got
And,
dumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I predicted 1.5. You both predicted 1.
I'll stick with mine.
After seeing it, I gave it 1. So 1.25. Meltz gave it 2 because Meltz is a generous man, which is not common for people of his religious
That is not
persuasion.
what I thought you were going to say.
Oh,
Wait, Meltz is a Jew.
well, that
That's what
I proceeded to make the joke after that.
I know, but I thought you were just going to straight up say
Because
it.
he's a Jew. No, that doesn't make sense. He wouldn't. He'd
be the other way.
He'd be hoarding
He'd
all
be
his
frugal.
stars in his
No
Jew,
stars for this
in
battle
his,
royal.
his Jew cave.
All right. Well, after the first 2 hours of the pre-show,
There's still more. We still got more pre-show
Oh, that's right. I forgot they moved that to pre-show
because one of the matches got moved to the pre-show.
Yeah,
because
for the dumbest reason.
Because fuck both of them.
For the
Oh,
dumbest reason.
fuck yeah.
Dean Ambrose defending an Intercontinental title match on the pre-show. Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin.
Where no one gave a shit about this match.
This match had considerably less heat than Neville
including
Aries,
the Intercontinental Champion.
including the Intercontinental Champion,
Damn it, fuck Dean Ambrose.
who is a real
Cuck.
a real cuck, a real
I couldn't imagine riding in a car. with
que
that
sera
guy.
sera kind of man.
Yep.
Ugh.
Interesting spread of predictions for this. I was like, it's WrestleMania.
They'll do some good
They'll
stuff.
do something. Maybe they'll get to 2. Kelly said, I don't know about that. I don't think they're doing better than 1. Drew said, fuck you both. 0 stars. Dud. I don't know. It wasn't 0 stars, but it wasn't good. It wasn't anything. It was actually, it was complete. It was inoffensive. Like they did 0 things wrong. They also did 0 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
It was literally
It was
a SmackDown match. It was like
Yeah.
a television match.
The finish was okay.
Yeah.
finish was good.
Where they did like the flip onto his feet out of Corbin's
days
finish
and
and
flip all the way
hit his
through.
thing. That was fine. I thought that spot got it 1.5 stars.
That puts me from a 0 to a 1.
a 1.
Is that finish?
Yeah, I gave it 1.5 literally just for the finish, and they're not. I didn't remember them blowing anything, so I gave him 1 for the finish, half a star for not fucking up.
Yeah.
Kelly,
Yes.
your rating.
My rating?
Your rating or your writing.
Fuck
What-
it, I'll keep it as 1.
All right.
That match, I could not care less about that match, and I could not care less about Dean Ambrose
I agree.
because
He's one of the most unlikable.
Ever since that goddamn Austin podcast.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
how are you, I don't know, he reminds me of CM Punk, kind of. He runs me that way.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a vibe like that. Only he's not as good a wrestler.
No.
Meltz again gave it 2. 'Cause he's a nice man. Meltz gave 2 matches on the main card worse than.
Well, that might be right.
2. But speaking of the main card, getting their opener, which I don't think we thought it would be the opener.
Nope.
AJ and Shane.
Best backyard match on the show.
Yep.
Best backyard match on the show. Best match on the show.
Yep.
AJ needs to go into every Wrestling Hall of Fame immediately for being able to get a match that fun out of Shane McMahon.
At, what is he,
47?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Shane McMahon needs to go into every Hall of Fame for doing a fucking shooting star that looked like that at age 47.
Yep.
It was, obviously Shane has massive weaknesses.
Fuck, when he tried to do that angle slam.
Striking, selling, doing angle slams, apparently.
Oh, I cringed.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
But all of it,
Yep.
I don't know. I almost give all of it a pass because there's something charming about it.
At least he didn't scramble his brains this time.
He didn't scramble his brains. He didn't take a spear from Roman Reigns and
Landed his noggin.
lose his ability to do math.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought they did a ton of cool stuff, and AJ just worked his ass off.
Lots of really cool stuff. They both went really hard.
Yeah,
AJ actually looked good in the match because I think when we all saw that was the match, we were like, great, AJ gets a shitty WrestleMania and he's going to look like garbage because he's wrestling an old man who doesn't really wrestle that much. And then AJ actually looked really good.
just occurred to me that AJ had a better match at WrestleMania with Shane McMahon than he did with Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think about that until right now. That's pretty funny.
Also, the match sort of turned AJ face.
Yeah, he's a face now.
Unintentionally, I guess,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, just because
they turned him face. So.
he was so good. We were all around the same predictions. I'd say all low. Drew and I said 3. Kelly said 2.5. Meltzer gave it 4, his highest rating on the show. I agree with 4, my highest rating on the show.
I gave it 4 1/4.
Okay.
Also the highest match on the show for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Only thing 4 or above for you? Or did you give something else?
No, I gave one other thing a 4.
I gave it a 4 as well.
Is it your only 4 or above? One other.
One other.
So do you have a tie for first?
Yeah.
Cool. Next is Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho. We were similar in our predictions. Drew was a little pessimistic. I was 3.5. Kelly was 3. Drew was 2.5.
I think it was because
because of Chris Jericho. And
Jericho.
You think
His
he's
track record over the
really,
last few
really
years
terrible.
at Mania has been bad.
It has. I agree.
I mean, his athleticism's not there. His abilities are kind of diminishing.
His chest went away.
His chest went away.
His chest ate
I
itself.
honestly I guess I just had no faith in him as a performer, really, I guess, on the big stage, because you thought that him and AJ would be amazing.
We did.
And there was no chemistry there, and the
was
match
bad.
is just normal.
Yeah.
It was blah. And, even though Owens is a great worker, and he's in probably, the best spot he's been in a while, but...
Yeah.
No, I just wasn't optimistic about it.
The match itself was fine, but it started this weird
Trend. Yes, I agree.
of anticlimactic finishes.
Mm.
It was, because how long was the match, did you say? Maybe 10 minutes?
10 to 12.
And then,
Look it up, Daniel.
so
Drew.
Owens, does a spot where he powerbombs the guy in the apron, and that's, usually just, a spot.
Yeah.
And then
He's done it before.
Rolls him in the ring and
Pins
him.
Yeah. Which is always, I know the powerbomb on the apron is a big spot, but, I always find the...
16 minutes.
Huh.
Okay, well, good for them for it
Yeah.
not seeming long.
Yeah.
But really, unless it's something giant and the killer, the hit the move outside, roll him in, and pin him for 3
Yeah.
is always kind of.
Fourth longest match on the show.
I thought you were going to say of all time. I'm like, wow, I didn't
No.
know.
Well, I mean, we know what the longest match of all time is.
Everyone knows what the longest match of all time is, Drew. It's fucking Kenzo Suzuki and Rene Dupree versus Rey Mysterio and Rob Van Dam from Armageddon 200004. Everyone knows that's the longest match of all time.
I don't even know why I brought it up.
P.S. Anyone who hasn't seen that match and has 6 days to kill, fucking watch that.
By the way,
that match is interminable.
RVD and Ray's finish is called the 420.
I won't talk about it.
Because
they have 4 feet.
and their combined shoe size equals 20.
Yeah.
Because apparently they thought they were fooling people. Jesus Christ.
Hey, lots of people were confused by that.
Anyway, yeah, I thought Owens Jericho, it was like a good Raw main event.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a great pay-per-view match. I predicted 3.5. I think it was 3.5.
What did I say? 3?
You predicted 3.
I think I might, because of that finish, I think I might... well... I'll keep it at 3, just because, I mean, the match itself was fine. It's just...
I think it gets points for the finger on the bottom rope, too.
Yeah,
that was
that
very
as
nice.
That was beautiful.
Which I immediately stole for my next match. Not even intentionally, it just worked out.
Yeah. Oh, it's right there.
I got it. I guess we're in the right place.
Yeah, I give it a 3. I thought it was alright. It wasn't amazing.
Meltzer gave it 3.5 as well. Next up,
Jew.
Raw... What?
Go.
Did you call me a Jew?
No.
Next up, the Raw Women's Elimination 4-Way, because Charlotte versus Bayley would have been too easy.
Yeah,
I have so many issues with this match.
yeah, like, let's like, blow this, like, easy fucking storyline that we had going. Let's just take, what's her name?
Bayley?
Charlotte's.
Charlotte?
Let's take Charlotte's, like, undefeated pay-per-view streak and her title. Let's just take it off on a meaningless throwaway.
Show before
nothing.
Mania
The
that-
show
before
that no one can
Mania.
even remember the name of.
Yeah, Fastlane.
Was it
Fastlane?
Payback? Was
No.
it Fastlane? I don't know. The shirt's too tight.
Fastlane.
No mercy.
I think Payback is after.
I think it's
That's
Fastlane.
true.
I think it's Fastlane.
It's the fast lane to WrestleMania, and then you get your payback after WrestleMania.
And there's also a roadblock on the way to WrestleMania.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Slamboree.
Like, it just...
Yeah,
Sin?
Slamboree.
Like, you had it. It was there.
Oh, yeah.
It wrote
books
itself.
itself.
So easy.
And you fucked it up. Like, I don't get...
Yeah, because they're fucking retarded. Because they don't know women's wrestling, and they don't really care, even though they pretend like they
Well,
do.
also,
Yeah.
too, they just want to give Charlotte all those
Yeah, they want her to be
titles.
Rick. They want her to get as many championships as she can.
She's almost halfway there already. And she's been on the main roster for 2 years.
Yeah. Win, lose, win, lose. Win, 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 lose, lose, win, win, lose, win, lose. It's constantly.
Anyway, well, like...
Yeah, and like, so number one, fine, okay, you don't want to do the singles match that's too easy. So you throw in Sasha, because the feud sort of plays into that, where, like, everybody thought Sasha was going to turn, and they weren't really sure if her and Bayley were on
Yeah.
the same terms and the same mindset, and then it's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Then they're like, hey, you know who we need? A big old powerhouse woman with a dumpy butt and weird gear. Naya, you're in.
You're in.
But then they said
wait,
she
no.
wasn't in.
No, you're too bad. You're out.
You're green, we don't want to put you on WrestleMania.
You know what?
I changed my mind.
You know what?
You're in.
I need a biggie. Too many smalls. I need a biggie.
To quote Drew Cordero about some other girl, she's fat, but she's not loopy fat, so I'll give her an A.
And then they put her in the match. They let her get like a quick little couple minutes of heat. Bam, you're out of the match.
Eliminate her. Now,
That
that
did produce one of the best spots of the match.
the forced
backdrop
driver.
driver.
Yeah.
Like they were like, there is no way you're fucking sandbagging this.
Yes. No, it was amazing. Nia was not particularly horrible in this match. However, since then, she's been...
I have not paid attention.
She tried to kill Charlotte.
Fair.
She gave her a shoulder breaker.
Okay.
You know how those work?
Up and let go.
Just about. Shoulder breaker, you pick someone up sort of over shoulder,
Yeah.
sort of tombstone position. You go to one knee, you drop their shoulder
Yeah.
over your knee,
Thigh.
and then place them on the
Yeah,
mat
yeah, yeah.
afterwards. She dropped Charlotte's head on top of her knee, and then let go, and then dropped her on her head again. One move, 2 head bumps.
You know what's really good? Charlotte.
She's better than Nia.
Learn to bump. Just learn to bump.
Nia, like, it's like Nia and Jinder had, like, a pact in the back to, like, see which golden boy or girl they could fuck up the most.
Yeah. Who can we hurt the most?
So, yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, again, not particularly this match, but Nia is horrible.
Horror awful.
She should not be wrestling on the main roster, on TV. She should not be wrestling on the main roster in dark matches. She should not be wrestling in NXT on TV. She should not be wrestling in NXT house shows. She should not be wrestling.
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
But anyway, she's out. And then now we got the triple threat.
Triple threat, which very underwhelming.
Is this where the turnbuckle, not turnbuckle?
Turnbuckle, not
started?
turnbuckle, blown finish.
Well,
or blown elimination.
Again, then it keeps rolling this anticlimactic finishes.
Yeah.
It's there's really only one spot, the two spots to that match, the backdrop and the corkscrew moonsault from the top of the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked great.
Yeah.
That looked great. That was really good.
But yeah, then like Sasha and Charlotte get in there and do exchange for maybe, I'm going to say, a minute and a half, maybe less. And then it's this weird, fucked up thing in the corner where she
Turnbuckle didn't come off.
Yeah, and then she gets
So
pushed
like
into it.
they removed the middle turnbuckle, which figured prominently into both of the last two eliminations. However, they didn't really remove it.
Yeah, it sort of just came untied, but was still hanging in front of the buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she got pushed into it, right?
She got pushed
Then
into
rolled
it, and
up.
it was a weird bump into it as well.
Yes.
And then, that was finished.
Yeah. And then Bailey and her go for another 2 minutes, and then
the match was not long.
finishes her with an elbow drop.
Yeah, there was like another turnbuckle bump on, like, Charlotte tried something and got bested. And then Bailey goes up, hits an elbow, that move she never does.
You don't know that.
And wins.
Like, it's WrestleMania, you don't want to hit your finish.
Nope.
That was weird. It was super
You're
weird.
going to pin her in the middle of the ring, but you don't want her to use her finish. That's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The women's three-way last year was 1,000 times better.
Oh, yeah, way better.
We predicted for this all about the same. Kelly and I predicted 2.5. Drew predicted 3. Meltzer gave it 3 1/4. I think that's
Meltzer's drunk.
I think that's too much.
That's too much.
I'm sticking with my 2.5.
And I gave it 2.
You predicted 2.5.
I think I'll go with 2, just
Fair.
because it was very underwhelming.
Fair enough.
1.75.
1.75 from Drew.
1 3/4. That match could have been so good and was not good.
Could have been, and they blew it. But it's okay, because they made up for it. Oh, no. They actually did sort of make up for it next. I was looking at one match ahead where I was being sarcastic. But the next match was very good and had easily the biggest pop of the night from all reports watching on television and live. The Raw Tag Team Title Ladder Match, 3-way, featuring The Club, Enzo and Cass, and Sheamus and Cesaro. New Day, the hosts, come out, who were thankfully much more inoffensive as hosts than I expected them to be, because they only had like 2 or 3 short segments, and not 8 long segments, which is what I was expecting.
The whole night,
so it was okay. They did actually a good tease of making it seem like they were going to insert themselves into the match.
Kofi did a good job taking off his shit.
They're all wearing gear. And then, just kidding, here's the Hardy Boys, who worked a ladder match in ROH and killed themselves yesterday. Giant pop, good ladder match.
Yep.
Lots
of cool spots.
That
fall by Jeff off the ladder that's a pretty big ladder.
That's a big ladder.
Especially for an old man. He fucking murdered Cesaro. And actually, he murdered Sheamus, too, because his legs came down and smoked Sheamus.
His legs smoked Sheamus. All of his body hit Cesaro. And then when Hardy himself landed, he landed right on his head.
Yeah.
But that's just to be expected at this
Jeff,
point. Yeah, his brain don't work no good anyway.
Yeah. It's all that meth.
Ever since the trailer exploded, old Jeff ain't been the same. Lots of sort of teases at the broken gimmick from Matt, but no overt ones because he's not legally allowed to do it yet.
Yeah.
But they're still working out the specifics of that. I assume they'll be able to do it at some point.
Yeah, I think they're slowly just going to keep building to it until...
I think they're just going to have them lose the titles, and I think they're going to have them keep the titles until they're allowed to do it.
And then, exactly.
And then lose the titles and get broken.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the plan there. But yeah, it was very fun. We all underestimated it because we did not expect cool things to happen in it. Kelly and I predicted 3. Drew predicted 2 3/4. Dave gave it 3 3/4, which is the rating I agree with. I heard there were some 4s out there from things I inferred from things you said earlier.
Is one of those people in this room that gave a 4?
Yes.
Is that what you're implying?
Yes.
Is it Kelly or is it me?
It would be Kelly from what... it'd be both of you, actually. From if I understood correctly.
Should we kiss if he's right?
Yeah.
Kiss if I'm right. Yeah! Yeah, boy! We kissing. You both did 4?
Did 4.
Totally reasonable. I'm not actually sure why I didn't. Yep, end of that thought.
Why didn't you give it 4?
Yeah.
Because you were afraid to get kissed.
I guess I was afraid to get kissed.
Fucking pussy.
Next time. Which takes us... And it is at this point that the show, which was sort of good, minus... Actually, the show... The main show minus the women's match was pretty good so far.
Yeah, I was actually enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. By that point, like after the letter, we're like, this is better than we expected.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're gonna have to go and make another apology podcast, the 3rd out of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But
wrong.
Don't worry, the show minus 1 more match.
Yes.
Completely fell off a cliff after this.
I know exactly what match you're talking about.
Yeah, the match that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, the one with the 6 women from SmackDown.
The one with the 6 women from SmackDown. I see what you did. You zigged when I thought you were going to zag. Next up, John Cena, Nikki Bella, The Miz,
The Cenas
Maurice
versus the Mizannins.
The Cenas versus the Mizannins in, I don't know, I think the universe is just a big old joke on Scott and Drew to see how many weird Cena versus Miz matches they can make us see both live and on tape.
On pay-per-view, yeah. Now, I'm going to say something right now. This match for me at one point was a 3.5. Up until...
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. No, I'm with you.
I get you.
Up until that hot tag switch around, fuck that match. That match gets a 1.5.
Yeah.
Because Miz was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He did so many cool things. The heat for him was great because of how much they
he was the biggest face on the show.
He looked like he was genuinely enjoying himself.
Oh yeah, he was loving it.
He was like goofing around. It was fucking awesome. And
as we said on the previous show, this was the best belt match on the show.
Yes.
The Miz has been the Miz is amazing. Or not, yeah, The Miz is amazing. He hasn't always been. He used to suck at sort of everything.
Yeah.
But as it stands, The Miz is amazing if he doesn't have to wrestle.
Yeah.
he's honestly, he's become so good as a character on the
Yes,
mic.
he's a great character.
He is so good. But yeah, he's a shitty wrestler. But he did so many cool spots.
He's way better as a character than when he main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually a thing now. Like, not just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm getting pushed for the title. I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Kind of out of my element a little bit, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he fucking killed it in this match. And the best part was they kind of kept Maurice and Nikki out of it.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. But then, nope, fucking fart face turnaround and fucking one spot by Cena, one spot by Nikki, and the match is over.
They did fucking nothing in this match. I can't believe how little they did. I wasn't expecting like a lot, but for a pay-per-view match, I cannot believe the nothing that they put forward in this match. We predicted, I said 1 3/4. Kelly said 1.5. Drew said 2. Meltzer gave it 2 1/4 because he's a goddamn idiot.
Because he likes love.
I'm
Like Kelly.
I like love, but not that.
yeah, maybe because
Well, we didn't even get to see the love, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. I gave it. I was gonna say 1.5. No, I gave it a half. I gave it half
Fair.
a star because they did barely more than nothing.
I'm sticking with my 1.5 because I feel like The Miz entertained me quite a bit.
For sure.
It was just the fuck finish that just pissed me off.
Yeah.
I had 1.5. I will go to 1.
Rack attack.
Fair. Then they did the proposal afterwards. They turned the sound, the crowd noise, way the fuck down, both for this and for the main event. The women were cheering. I a couple men were cheering, and a lot of men were booing.
A couple of baggos were cheering.
Yeah. And they did not want to ruin it, so they turned the crowd way the fuck down so we could not hear them. And I guess they got engaged, and then I guess Triple H and Seth Rollins wrestled, and then I guess there was a concert. None of us know that, because the entire WWE network in Canada crashed. And the outcry about it was almost non-existent, which shows you how many people are watching the WWE network in Canada, like, with a Canadian feed.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we went on Twitter and, like, looked it on Twitter and stuff, and I only found, like, a handful of people that were complaining about it being down.
Yeah, and, like, we weren't sure if it was the cable provider, but then, no, we found two different...
Well, we contacted the cable, like, on Twitter,
yeah.
And they were like, not our problem, talk to the
network. Talk to the network. Yeah, because it was definitely a WWE issue, but, yeah. So, yeah, it crashed for us for just about an hour.
Yeah. Which was kind of, in all honesty, it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of a break.
It was a great intermission.
A little bit of a break. We missed 3 things we didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
We got to go get some food.
Yep.
I got to make a really uncomfortable comment on Twitter that got taken down.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Did you say it was worse than 9/11?
I said it was worse than the Holocaust.
Also good. Because I am A completist, and B, hate myself.
Yep.
I watched Triple H Rollins. We all predicted very similar things. 2 3/4 for me, 2 3/4 for Drew, 2.5 for Kelly. Yeah, it was real long. Meltz gave it 3.5. Too high.
3.5 stars too high, so it's 0.
Like, it was fine. They did nothing wrong. It was just another, like, tone-deaf Triple H match. Like, I'm gonna work a body part for 25 minutes in the middle of a 9-hour show and expect people to get excited about it.
Yeah.
But, like, in a vacuum, because I actually did watch it in a vacuum, because I didn't watch this part of Mania. I just watched it at night one day, and it was fine. Like, it was, like, even pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. But I heard that a lot of people had problems with it, especially Dan had issues with the fact that it was work over Rollins' knee, springboard something.
Yeah.
Work over Rollins' knee, springboard something.
Yeah, he definitely had some real bursts of adrenaline.
Yeah.
I gave it 3. Because, yeah, like, again, like, the work just in and of itself was pretty decent, but I just find it hilarious that after Okada Omega happened, they're like, we gotta have an Okada Omega match on WrestleMania. And then we watched WrestleMania and we're like, there wasn't really an Okada Omega match. And then we found out, I guess just recently, that Triple H Rollins was supposed to be that match. So, swing and a miss, guys. You got exactly half as many stars as Okada Omega. But better luck next time.
Not. Who cares?
Who cares? Look forward to another long Triple H match next year.
In the next 10 years.
I never saw the match, so I'll just keep mine the same.
I'm going with an NA because I don't give a shit to ever watch
Yeah,
it.
obviously. Next up, WWE World Title match. The title that has lineage dating back to Buddy Rogers in 1961. Randy Orton challenging, getting his reward for letting Brock Lesnar injure him on purpose. Challenging, Bray Wyatt, who I have already forgotten was the world champion.
Yep.
4 weeks out.
Well,
We predicted, Drew and I predicted 2.5, Kelly predicted 2. This match was fucking garbage.
Oh, it was painful.
This match was absolute fucking shit. I
had so many issues with this match.
I mocked Drew for predicting 2 duds on this show. Well, guess what? I gave a match a dud. It was this one. This match was 0 stars. They did no things. They relied entirely on spooky video projections onto the ring canvas 3 times with really no payoff.
Nope.
They just did a thing 3 times.
Because they could.
But, like, even if you look at this from a kayfabe standpoint...
What does that do?
Or a non-kayfabe standpoint. Either way. Like, Randy Orton is terrified that Bray Wyatt paid the lighting guy to project something onto the ring mat in the middle of their match. Really? Like you're like if you look at it, kayfabe, where Randy Orton's this total badass, former multiple-time world champion, one of the top guys in the company, and they can project maggots on the mat, and he's.
But in kayfabe, it wasn't a projection.
Oh,
kayfabe, it was magic.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was magic.
It was in kayfabe, it was magic.
It's true. In kayfabe, it was magic. But the thing is, like, it's
black magic.
Black magic. But it's like it's just a thing on the mat.
Yeah,
it's not like the mat became maggots. Or
now,
maybe it didn't. In
kayfabe, it might have.
But they were.
I don't know. They were on it.
And those giant maggots were bigger than them, so I would have eaten them.
Even kayfabe, that's a gray area. I agree.
So, like, fuck this match. I'm glad you gave it a dud. I was contemplating giving it a dud, but I was like, nah, I gave too many duds in the pre-show, so...
and this match wasn't one of them.
No, I gave it 0.5.
Yeah.
And this match, again, it had fucking Orton kicking out of Wyatt's finish. Orton hits his.
That's it.
That's it.
Done.
Like, I get, like, maybe, not wanting to kick out a guy's finishers. I can respect that, but at the same time, it's Mania. Don't you want a little drama?
Yeah, like we're so conditioned to it at Mania. Yeah. Like, it's in a world title match. Just like, yep, first time he hits his move, done. So, yeah, I gave it 0. Drew gave it...
I said 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, 0.5.
I'll give it a 0.5.
Solid. A good 1/3 average there.
Yep.
Which takes us to the Universal title match. Brock Lesnar challenging Bill Goldberg, the world champion, in 2017. Kelly predicted... I'll start with that. I predicted 2.5 stars. I thought... they'll do a little something. It'll be pretty cool. It's Mania. They'll obviously do more than at Survivor Series. Kelly predicted 1/2 star.
I was convinced that Goldberg was going to get hurt. Convinced.
Kelly predicted 1/2 star. Drew predicted less than that. Drew predicted a dud. 0 stars.
Look, I'll be the first one to admit that I made a mistake.
I was going to say, this is this portion of the podcast is the apology portion of the podcast. The whole thing, we were not wrong about Mania not being particularly good. But we were wrong about this match.
But can you blame me for going dumb?
Oh, no. We can't blame anyone for anything on this one. Nobody expected this match to be, like, the best 6 minutes
Why are you taking off my belt?
of all time.
Why are you taking off my pants?
This was so good.
So goddamn good. I think my absolute favorite part of the match was German, spear out of nowhere.
Yes.
Like, out of... Like Brock,
so fast.
Brock was up and was like, "Rah," and turned a spear. That was my fucking favorite part of that.
And
match.
we didn't see it on camera because of the way they shot it, but I can't imagine how fast Goldberg got up from that last German.
Yeah.
Because he was so ready for the spear the second Lesnar was up. It was great. Like, they kept an awesome pace. They went 6 minutes, which is like right around, or 4 or 5,
almost
4,
5.
Around 5. Yeah, and which is about how long we figured they'd go. They did nothing but finishers.
Nothing but finishers.
Just 100 suplexes, spears, jackhammers, but again, keeping with the trend, 1 F5 done.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of me and Kevin.
Kick out of Goldberg.
Yes. Meltzer gave it 3.5. I gave it 3 3/4. I thought it was great. I couldn't go much higher because it was under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's as high a rating as I can give for a sub 5 minute match is that. They couldn't have done better with the time they had.
I was close to a 4, but then I kind of thought the same thing. Like, matches are very long, and there was there was limited psychology in that match. It was just
German.
two hawks
just throwing everything. Yeah.
So I gave it 3.75, 3 3/4.
Yeah, I'll give it 3 3/4.
Same thing. Might be I was gonna say might be our highest average match, but no, I think the others were higher. But yeah. Easily one of the best matches on the show, for sure. Semi-main event, SmackDown Women's 6-woman tag match. Can anyone name one thing that happened in this match?
Piggy James was dressed like a native.
Yeah.
Yes, Mickie James was cosplaying as Tatanka.
Fucking Becky Lynch was cosplaying like
a white
girl who has dreadlocks or has braid dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? That's about it. Naomi won. Who gives a fuck?
Neon. What's Naomi's Neon?
1 star. I don't remember it that well, so I'm gonna say 1.
We predicted Oh, fuck, I was going to say 3. I was reading the wrong thing. I'm like, that seems high. I predicted 1.5. Drew predicted 2. Kelly predicted 1.5. Meltzer gave it 1.5.
1.
Yeah, I don't remember a thing, so 1.
I'll stick with my 1.5 because what the fuck. Main event, Undertaker, Roman Reigns. I predicted 2 because I am nothing if not an optimist.
That is true.
Drew predicted 1.5. Kelly predicted 1. Kelly was right, IMO. I thought this was a 1-star match. Any guesses what David Meltzer gave it?
I'm going to assume because Meltzer likes bad things that he gave it a very high rating. Like 3.25.
He gave it 3.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Meltzer.
you, Meltzer. That is not... Like, here's the thing. That match was fucking garbage, but it was neither guy's fault. The Undertaker's body was so fucking done that what could he really do? And what could Roman really do with him?
I'll tell you what Roman couldn't do. Tombstone.
I don't know that's entirely Roman's fault. If you watch it, Taker didn't jump properly.
Oh no, they totally
he jumped
screwed up
before
the
he
timing.
was ready.
They totally screwed it up.
Here's my biggest problem with this match.
It was horrible.
Other than it was horrible. Is that Roman only has 2 fucking moves, and the match went 20 goddamn minutes.
That became very
So
apparent.
it was nothing but Superman punches.
And Spears.
And Spears, that's
Superman and
it.
Spears.
Like, that's all it was. And, like, yeah, I get it. Okay, it's The Undertaker's WrestleMania, sure. How many fucking Superman punches do you need to do in one goddamn match? Like, Roman
17.
needs to do one other move. And then he could cycle through 3 moves.
He could use one other move.
Instead of 2 moves.
I definitely agree that he could
One
use-
move that other people in the company do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... I'm going with dud on this one.
Wow.
This was a sack of shit.
To be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards dud. Like, it should not have happened.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. It shouldn't have happened. I'm giving a 1 for quote unquote effort.
And this isn't even like the fact that like we all fucking hate Roman. Roman's a terrible. Like everything about Roman is really bad because it's getting pushed in our throats, and
This
he's
is
not even a good
irrelevant.
worker. That's not even it.
The crowd
That has
hates it.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that like the match was awful, and Roman consistently just did Superman punches. It was like Undertaker goes for a big thing, duck it, counter, Superman punch. Like hit it, fuck up the tombstone, Superman punch, Superman punch. That's everything.
The thing that surprised me most about the match, because even Taker's later not that good matches haven't had it, is how many blown spots were in it.
Yeah, but I think Mean Mark's way past wrestling. Like the last couple years, you knew that he was like kind of fucked up, and like he wasn't like. I think that this year, like it was way beyond being able to even do anything. Like, because if you, I'm sure that if we looked at this match, not like I ever want to watch it again in my entire life, but if you took this one and the last like 3 years in a row, and you line them up side by side and watch the match.
You can watch the man deteriorate.
But I feel like he hits the same spots in those last 3 matches, but then in this one he doesn't hit any of those spots.
Did he even hit a tombstone?
He didn't hit a tombstone. He didn't do
didn't he hit one?
I don't think
Or did
so.
they just do the reversal?
They just did the reversal.
Interesting.
And then I think he didn't do old school.
No, he can't.
No.
Exactly, right? Because he can't.
Yeah.
I mean, not like he would ever try, but he didn't do Undertaker Dive.
Obviously didn't do the dive.
Although I
yeah.
don't think he did it last year.
I think it's been a couple years.
Yeah, but like, he usually consistently hits the same spots.
Yeah.
He didn't hit any of them.
So he couldn't do them.
Like, the only thing he could do was the Hell's Gate. That was it.
Yeah.
Because it's just laying on your back. And he kind of fucked it up.
Yeah, he did it very badly.
Yeah.
He sort of forgot how to do it.
I guess that's what happens when you severely need your hip replaced.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's the thing is, like, we've said it, I think I've said it to everyone, is like, it was such a pointless match because this isn't going to get Roman over, and the streak doesn't matter.
It's not the streak, so what's it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, he's
passing the torch.
Oh, he's 23-2.
Yeah, or like,
Great.
and if him passing the torch, then doesn't that mean he would have already passed the torch to Brock
Yeah.
when he lost?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, the match, like Kelly said, shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have happened.
And like Undertaker was grossly out of shape.
Yeah.
And like you could just tell, like, this was a guy that should not have been in that ring.
No, he really
Like,
shouldn't have.
Yeah, it was very painful.
And that pains me to say that because Taker's been one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
Yeah. And what sucks is that we were thinking, because we didn't know the match order on the show, because when we were talking about it before it happened, we were like, well, the show might not be good. Show might even be worse than last year, which we did not enjoy. But we probably won't leave as bummed as we left last year because we're going to have Brock and Bill, which that'll be something, and it won't be Triple H Reigns from last year, which was a huge bummer. But guess what? Taker Reigns, huge bummer.
Yeah.
Sucks. So yeah, we left angry, even though it was a decent show and probably overall a little better than we expected.
Yeah. Although,
except for the entire second half of the show.
In all honesty, it might level out to not be that good.
I think it. Well,
I think the highs are very high, but the lows are very.
The lows were lower than we expected.
Exactly. So I feel like it might even out. I mean,
because like we gave 2 different matches duds.
Yeah. And a bunch of ones, which I'm sure if we went back and listened to previous years,
not as many.
A ton of ones.
Yeah.
There's still some ones. Ryback, Mark Henry.
And in terms of high match ratings, not that many. Like,
exactly.
Between us, we and only one of them had the consensus. We only gave 2. Only some of us gave 2 matches 4 stars.
In previous years,
there's been multiple
4s and above.
Last year. I think we all agreed that 2 matches were 4 or above. Mm-hmm. The IC ladder and the women's 3-way last year.
Yeah.
And that was agreed as not a good show.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a weird one. But yeah, again, mixed feelings. Very.
Yeah, I think mixed feelings is a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
And now I remember after the show, so after Mania, there's obviously the pre or post Mania rumblings and reviews I see every now and then from people. Someone fucking said
best Mania ever.
This was the best Mania ever.
Yeah, someone has only seen one Mania.
Was it Ryan Norton?
It was not Ryan Norton.
Was it someone we all know?
It's someone we all know.
It's someone we all like.
Probably.
Like, is this
so? It wasn't Dan.
I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but
like probably one of those dumbass Chicago kids.
Like, what fucking show were you watching?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
But I feel like some people do that just to, I don't know if they even believe it. Maybe they trick themselves into believing it.
Yeah.
But it's just to, like, it's just to be perverse or a hipster or something.
But I also feel like if you look at us and Dan, I feel like we're not marks.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of our friends, our wrestling friends in the States, are still very much marks.
Yeah.
Right? So to them, WrestleMania is still fucking WrestleMania. Because, like, I mean, I know a rat-faced boy who WrestleMania is WrestleMania no matter what it is, right?
Sure.
Like, everything is a huge deal.
Rat boy.
So I feel like a lot of them are actually...
Hey, stop chewing on the wall.
I feel like a lot of them are just giant marks, and they mark out for everything.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how many of our friends go to WrestleMania almost every year?
A lot.
Like, fucking Dupree goes almost every goddamn year.
And brings his belt.
Why gets custom shirts made.
Why do you bring your belt, Dupree?
That's the thing.
Who are you? Who's that for?
Please don't bring your belts.
Please don't. Please don't, guys. If we can impart one thing to you from this podcast or from any podcast, please don't bring your belt.
Yeah.
just don't.
But yeah. So anyone who thinks that this was the greatest WrestleMania ever should go back.
Has seen one WrestleMania.
Go back and watch, all the good WrestleManias before this one.
Whoever thinks this is the best WrestleMania.
10,
18.
18. No, 18.
Sorry, 17.
17.
19.
9.
9.
This was better than 9.
Because this was a lot better than 9.
A lot better than 9.
I'll be the first to say.
Oh, can we go?
It's better than most of that run of odd numbers for a while. Because like 9, 11, 13, 15 were all not very good.
It's not called 15, Scott.
WrestleMania 15?
Yeah, wasn't it called something else?
No, it was WrestleMania 15.
Was it?
WrestleMania 16
16 was
2000. Yeah, I thought they had another name for 15.
I'm pretty sure it was just 15.
WrestleMania California.
They hadn't gone X5 yet? No, because they did go X7 was when they started that.
X7 was the third.
Because XVII was too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Well, this was the attitude. So.
Yeah, I gotta have an X in there. Yeah. But, like, not a perfect X. Kind of gotta be sideways and one leg's a little bit longer.
We don't like symmetry.
Yeah. And then there's gotta be a bunch of
Symmetry's
Z's,
not extreme.
bunch of Z's at the end.
Bunch of Z's.
The Hardy Men's.
We have a hard out because we have to go see a Vin Diesel movie.
And cut.
This is what we do as a group. We all went 7 for 13 on our predictions with different matches.
To be fair, one of those isn't
for us.
fair. Because one of those had a surprise.
One of those had
that
people that we
know.
didn't know was in it. But yeah, not bad on the predictions. And we're gonna come in just under an hour on this, which is what I wanted
hurry up.
to. So until next time, Nia Jax is a shithead.
Jinder Mahal's a shithead.
Yep. No, I know.
That's it.
I guess.
You good? You can.
I'm gonna say Mojo Rawley's a shithead.
Good enough. Bye bye.
Bye.